The third most important districts are basically the two that you didn't pick from that combination. So if we're going down the harbour route, it would be holy sites and production or industrial zones, and vice versa. The difference is the second most important city you should be building in pretty much every city. The third most important, I'm looking for just over half. You're looking for adjacency bonuses, but I do want them built pretty much everywhere. Trade routes are really important, production is really important, gold is really important, faith. Even if you're not playing a religious game, you need some faith, because later in the game there are a few different things that are used with faith in a culture victory that are essential. Conservation, naturalists, you need these guys. National parks are fantastic at producing tourism and nobody uses them. Let that be your advantage. You've also, later in the game, here you go, you've got rock bands. Rock bands are a new addition to your Gathering Storm and they are brilliant, but they cost a lot of faith. You need lots of faith later in the game, so we need a religion. There's none of this, oh, I might play with faith, I might not play with faith, I don't really like religion in Civ 6. No, learn to use it, it's really good. Needless to say, Government Plaza should always be built. There's a fantastic building in the Government Plaza later in the game which helps get you some well-needed, the National History Museum? Gives you some well-needed artifact slots. Unfortunately, we can't get the Queen's Bibliothek. We're not playing as Sweden, but my god, that building is good as well. Sweden, basically, if you want to win a culture game, just do what I'm doing now, but play as Sweden. It's that simple. They are ridiculous. Optional districts that I would say you should have at least one or two of across your empire, but it doesn't matter where you put them. Things like entertainment complexes, those are really good at keeping your amenities high, and that same aspect of water park later in the game, that'll help you quite a lot. Campuses, weirdly not important. There we go, campuses, not important in what we're doing too much. The only building in a tourism game that we need to science rush is your broadcast centre. Great musicians are a little at the pain to put down, but that's it. Realistically, that's it, and we're playing wide, which means our science should be quite good. We should have a couple of campuses, because if you get some good adjacencies, a couple that have 3+ adjacencies, it's worth building them. You don't want to neglect the science game, but we're not going to effectively rush it. 2-3 campuses is all that I realistically need. Encampments, again, they're quite situational. I put them on the border of a very grumpy looking enemy and you effectively negate any attack they do up until planes, because computers cannot deal with them at all. In theory, spaceports can give you the moon landing, which gives you a culture boost. There's no point. The production on that thing is ridiculous. Base cost 1,800. That's compared to my 440 over here on the broadcast centre. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. Look, the Earth satellite is actually a cheaper project than the spaceport is. They really need to bring that down. That's hilarious. So we all clear? We got it. We're getting theatre squares everywhere we can. We're building the Government Plaza in our capital. Rome is making sure that we get some baths in places. We are going to go for a harbour commercial hub game. There's a pretty good harbour district location here. I can see if I plonk it just there, I've got already the +1, +2, +3. So that's a good odd harbour district. I don't really have much in the way of river in my starting city, so we'll possibly get some commercial hubs down later in the game, but for now it's absolutely fine. I'm also going to be getting a bit of faith in. I'm not going to get Jesuit education, I'm going to let my faith build up. I'm not going to spread my religion further than the walls of my empire. I'll keep it internal, but there's a lot of great people out there that help with a science victory, and I don't want to negate them. Realistically though, we're focusing on these three: writers, artists, and musicians. And the good thing about having three is that our era progress later in the game is going to be fantastic, because we're getting effectively 3 times the great people. The Golden Faith is going to help us to rush by the ones we need later. Wonderful. That's my provisional layout of my districts. It's not the best. I appreciate it's not the best, but I'm keeping an eye on just sort of areas where later in the game I might be settling and I could push some districts together. It's always going to be some change. I've put the theatre square on top of the stone, because stone I like to get rid of later in the game. because with Magnus you can have a huge production bonus. We've also got 1, 2, 3, at least 3 hills, 4, 5 over here. We've got lots of different hills that we can use to get production later in the game, so I'm not worried about keeping that stone. Any of that looked blank. Forgot one. There you go, the holy site. Holy site is really important. Really, really important on this, because I want that early game religion. I'll put it next to the government plaza. I've got some adjacency here. I should have a +3 adjacency theatre square doing that. I'll double check later in the game, but there you go. The holy site is important. What are we going to rush? Well, actually, we've got a start here where there's nothing really to focus on. I haven't got any anything to get animal husbandry for. I haven't got anything to get mining for. Irrigation and masonry. Oh, that is a mining. Stone is a mining thing. Yeah. I'm not going to rush it. Still a 4 tile. I don't need to rush that. I'm going to go straight for astrology. Get myself a religion nice and early in the game, just because of its sinking later. So we'll go for astrology. After that, there's no shame in bringing up animal husbandry, because that'll show whether I've got horses, and we'll go from there. There's no need to rush builders, because I haven't really got anything that I can quickly build. I've got 4 turns until Rome gets a population, and I can start kicking out settlers early in the game. So let's get a scout, possibly build a second scout, and then get a settler out before I get... Oh, hang on, I wasn't pressing shift. Oh, for God's sake. Astrology. Oh, no, done it again. Astrology. Animal husbandry. There we go. Pressing caps lock instead, like a moron. Yeah, 10 turns until that. Really, I want to be getting settler out as soon as I can. Or, sorry, not settler. I want to be getting that holy site out as soon as I can. Do I put myself on that hill? Let's just rush around here. Lots of stone. Lots of clearable stone over in this direction, but no more rivers. Very low river start here. Oh, and desert. Desert down below. What a fantastic start we have, eh? Now, I don't want to move my warrior too far away, because if it's too far, then the barbarians are just going to come and kill me. Oh, there's a river. Got a river over in the desert over in that direction. That's fine. Actually, look, my population has grown. Oh, it's because I've got the 5 yield tile now. There we go. So I am going to be able to rush in a settler. That's fantastic. Having 2 early cities is really, really good. Now, I need survey. Let's give my scouts a little bit of extra. Actually, no, I never like survey unless I'm playing without barbarians on discipline, to make sure my scout doesn't die really quickly. We're going to go for God King to get ourselves the extra faith early in game, get that Pantheon up nice and quickly, because there are some fantastic Pantheon choices, and we want to make sure we get one of those. And we've boosted astrology. That's interesting. That means we're going to get a holy site in 3 turns. 3 turns. I can get a settler, but I'd be missing out a little bit in terms of timing. You know what? I'm going to do it. Yeah, let's just rush through that settler. Get a nice, quick, early game settler. The scout's going to run out. Here's a river. Right, okay, we have at least 1 river down in that direction. So now my scout is out. My warrior's going to come back, make sure the barbarians don't clog me up. I'm going to stick to an early game, early empire start. For me, I think that's the best option, and I can see if I want to go down drama and poetry, if I can get lots of cities down, and then we'll switch over to the government plaza later. I like Ilkham, but I don't think I'm going to have the chance to get builders, or too many builders, this early in the game. Always follow rivers if you can. And these are always going to be good places to settle. Although this is all desert down here. Wow, huge desert start. I'm going to have a lot of cities that are sort of like spanning the desert. It's fine if you can have a city with half desert, because you can build districts on it. And you feel like you're not losing sort of anything. Ooh, the Book of Oh, this is great. This is an early game relic. That's the best start. Do you hear that? Do you hear that in the background? That car has been going off every half an hour for the last day. Including at night. Honestly, I could throw a stone through the window. Just drop a brick. I can't even talk. I'm tired. Drop a brick on it. There we go. Oh, put it together, Ryan. Right, it's fine. Relics. There we go. The 4 faith is good. The 8 tourism is even better. That's fantastic. That's It'll push me through to a pantheon really, really quickly. It means I can get rid of God King nice and quickly as well, which is always a good combination. I'm just going to move my warrior to here and kind of keep him there, just so I've got as much of the land. Well, I don't want barbarians appearing effectively. I'll keep this guy in and around the area. Look at that. That's a good holy site adjacency spot there. And I know it's also a good campus spot, but holy sites are the more important thing for me earlier in the game. I treasure holy sites above, although I don't need to rush it once I've got one. Anyway, this is a good river. A joy of joys, the Ottomans. Good. Right, these guys, they like building cannons and they like taking over, and it looks like they've been settling all in this area, which means I need to settle down in this direction as soon as I can. Which means I need to think about city placement really, really quickly. Let's just have a look at the lens. We'll see how unlucky we've got in terms of loyalty. Already there's loyalty pressure down here. Wow, this is going to be a tough start. That's okay. That's fine. I'm going to have a city here. Why am I putting a city there, you ask, and not on the river? Well, I want to fit in another city down here. If I can. You can see down, there's going to be huge penalties down in this direction. Yeah, already that's a problem. Okay, fine. We're going to have to put the city here. If I pop it here, means I can fit 2 cities in that area. We can possibly get another city here with an aqueduct. We're thinking aqueducts, effectively. I can get an aqueduct over in that direction and build it in. I can possibly get another city over on the coast or over in this direction. That's probably a good idea. I can get a... Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. Pop it there. There we go. Protected by the cliffs with a bit of the harbour adjacency there. That's not too bad. So that's the first 3 cities. We want to build a wall, push into this desert, make sure the Ottomans don't come too far north. It also means maybe I do want to get a religion. Get crusade and go and kill them, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Roman Legion are really tough at the beginning of the game. Look, they already dislike me. It's a fantastic point of the game. This is the most competed city. It's going to be right by the capital, so we need to get our warrior moving to come and escort my settler as soon as possible for down there. See, I told you. Bloody barbarians are settled on possibly on the one tile I can't see. I hate barbarians. I really, really do. Right. Come down here, settler. Your path is down here. We're going to get the warrior to come meet up with you. And we've got the early game pantheon. There's loads of different options I can get. I can get the breathtaking appeal one. I've got some mountains near me that'll give me lots of extra faith later in the game. I've got lots of stone in the immediate area, so I could be getting that one. It gives you extra, what is it, quarries, plus 2 faith from quarries. But no, I'm going to be sticking with Divine Spark. This is the best pantheon if you can get it. The extra holy sites, extra point to the campuses and libraries, that's fine. The extra theatre squares, so if you've got an amphitheatre in a theatre square, you get an extra great person point. That is gold dust. Do it. Do it every time. It is a fantastic choice. Now Rome can get me another settler in 6 turns. It is tempting, but I'm going to get the holy site down quickly. Let's get that religion up. See if I can spread the religion to Ottomans really, really quickly in the game. Get, oh look, Mohenjo-Daro and Cardiff. Oh, Mohenjo-Daro unfortunately was found. My cities have full housing from water, even if they were next to a river. This is the one I want. This is going to be my city-state. That is a fantastic city-state. Cardiff is a good city-state, but Mohenjo-Daro is the best. That's the one I want. Now, I need to get the holy site done, and I'm going to spread my religion aggressively to the Ottomans, and I'm going to send some legion down to take over their cities. It is going to be a very aggressive early game culture game, but these guys are going to attack me later in the game, and they're going to press me in quite heavily. And typically there's now horses on that tile. There's now horses on that tile. Good. Right, well, in that case, do I want to settle on top of the horses? A very good tile, that one. It's a 4 yield tile. I could move it down one, but we're entering the loyalty pressure of Istanbul down there. I need to get that city down quickly so that the pressure is negated as quickly as I can. I think Unfortunately, I might have to settle just on top of the hall, but again, no, I don't want to. I'm gonna have to settle here. We're gonna have to do it there. Okay, fine. Which means this city is gonna get moved because that's now within 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it is. Hang on, because it's here. Right, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I need somewhere within aqueduct range. That's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, none of these are within range. Let me have a think about this. I'm gonna have to put it here. It's an awful place, but it gets down to that river. I can, there's a couple of tiles I can rescue that city, but this is probably gonna have to be a Petra city. Oh god, if you ever build a city knowing that it's going to be a Petra city, that's tab. I need to stop the Ottomans from settling too near my capital, otherwise you're just going to end up being killed way too early. Now, I've got the horses appeared, they scuttled my plans, but that's fine. Let's go for some... Is it better to get pottery? Am I realistically going to be building builders anytime soon? Probably not, so let's go straight to mining, and then we'll go through to bronze working, sorry, just to give myself some iron.